Tonight on Fox 43 News at 9.
The McLean County Sheriff speaks out about communication problems with Bloomington's PD. Plus, Peoria Heights breaks out the blue bins.
The storms are over. Now quiet weather on the way. I'll have the Fox First forecast.
Tonight on Fox 43 News at 9. See it first on Fox.
This fall, House may lose the one crutch he's leaned on for the past 4 years. Not that one, that one.
I'm resigning.
But what House will do to get him to stay...
You're being an idiot.
...is the biggest twist yet.
House is bluffing. Please, don't do this.
Television's best drama is back with a season full of surprises.
I have the right to walk away from you, House.
The new season of House at its new time, 8/7 Central, Tuesdays this September on Fox.
That's some bad hat, Harry.
Next TMZ, how felon Gary Jordan got the last laugh.
We got a photo of him with topless chick after topless chick.
Right after Fox 43 News at 9.
On your news at 9 tonight, a boating accident on the Illinois River turns deadly. And a communication error in Bloomington. Tonight, officials try to figure out what went wrong.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Chuck Collins in the 24/7 Weather Lab. After a rude awakening, our weather calming down and cooling off. Fox 5 Day comes your way in just a couple of minutes.
Good evening and welcome to the Fox 43 News at 9. I'm Meg Johnson. One man is dead tonight after a boating accident on the Illinois River. The incident happened just after 6 tonight near Chillicothe on River Beach. A sergeant with the Department of Natural Resources tells Fox 43 the incident involved a single boat and a man in his 70s. The sergeant says the man seems to have fallen overboard. They're still investigating how the accident occurred. Witnesses watched as authorities pulled the man out of the Illinois River near the Lighthouse restaurant. The man was taken by ambulance to Three Sisters Park, where he was transferred by life flight. DNR says the man was unresponsive when he was pulled from the river. His identity will not be released until his family is notified. A Bloomington teenager convicted of burglary and rape is sentenced today to a total of 92 years in prison. 17-year-old Yari Massey was named in a 9-count indictment last year. Prosecutors claim Massey broke into 3 homes on the same block and then raped a woman during the 3rd break-in. He's also accused of stealing cash, key rings, and some laptop computers. A former Peoria Historical Society member is indicted today for allegedly stealing $13,000 from the organization. 32-year-old Christina Wells of East Peoria is facing 1 count of theft. Authorities claim Wells worked as a part-time secretary. Police say records show a series of forged checks and an unauthorized use of the Society's ATM cards. Wells, who remains in custody, unable to post bond, will enter a plea on Thursday. The McLean County Sheriff testified in front of a Justice Committee today. The topic? Communication problems surrounding the July 3rd lockdown at State Farm. Fox 43's Brett Lemoyne was there and has more on this issue. Brett?
Meg, communication is key when it comes to matters of public safety. Tonight, the McLean County Sheriff is taking action to make sure all law enforcement agencies in his area are able to communicate properly. On July 3rd, an estimated 2,000 employees at State Farm were put into lockdown. Someone thought they saw a man with a rifle enter the building. Thankfully, it turned out to be a janitor with a large pipe. But during this incident, another problem arose, a communication failure.
In the state of Illinois, there are over 13,400 Starcom users right now. And of course, in McLean County, we have 407 of those users.
And there lies the problem. Starcom 21 is a digital radio system. It's used by police and emergency personnel to communicate during a crisis. Bloomington police are still operating with an analog system, meaning when something like this happens, Bloomington police can only talk to their own using their radios. McLean County Sheriff Mike Emery says Bloomington needs to get on the same frequency as the rest of the county.
The long-term solution is obviously in Bloomington's hands if they want to switch over to Starcom.
The sheriff says Bloomington will soon need to upgrade to a digital system because come 2013, their analog frequencies will be transferred over to the private sector.
One thing we don't want to do is jeopardize public safety or officer safety, 2 main goals, and communication is a big part of that.
On July 7th, the Sheriff's Department returned to State Farm to test its digital radio system. It was tested in the basement and sub-basement with only minimal issues. The sheriff will turn over those results to the police department so they can test their analog radios in the same locations. Meg?
Pontiac residents have been on an emotional roller coaster waiting for the governor's decision on whether to close the prison. The mayor took a stand today pleading for the community's support. Right now, the prison is scheduled to close. Mayor Scott McCoy is hoping he can get most of Pontiac's residents to next Tuesday's public hearing. Legislators will be there, and it will help determine what they will recommend to the governor. However, it ultimately comes down to Governor Blagojevich and his decision.
You've got to get there. You need to bring people there, put them in your car, drag them by their hair. If this closes, we're done. This community is done. Central Illinois communities will be done. This is serious, and now is the time to do something.
Again, that public hearing is next Tuesday at Pontiac's High School at 5 p.m. The public is encouraged to send letters into the governor's office or bring them to the hearing. For more information, you can log on to our website, ciproud.com, and click on the link to this story. It's a bit of deja vu from last summer. Today, Governor Blagojevich has called the Illinois General Assembly into another special session next week. The governor says he wants to address increasing Illinois education funding and pass a $25 billion Illinois Works capital plan. The session is scheduled for August 12th and 13th. Nearly 4,000 Central Illinois residents are still without power after storms ripped through the area early this morning. Ameren has called in crews from all across the state to help with the task. Ameren reps say more than 200 crews have been clearing trees and working on power lines. In fact, at the height of the outages, more than 27,000 Central Illinois residents had no power. The company hopes to get everyone back up and running by tomorrow evening, weather permitted. Well, will Mother Nature be kind to those Ameren workers tonight, or could we be in for more storms? Let's head over to Chief Meteorologist Chuck Collins in the 24/7 Weather Lab to find out. Chuck?
Meg, the storms are over. The rough stuff moving on to the south and southeast of the metro Peoria and Bloomington Normal area. Now we'll slowly have a cooler and drier air filter into the region. We'll check out about 67 in the morning for the wake-up call, then mid-80s tomorrow afternoon. That's where we should be this time of the year. Tomorrow afternoon, live at 5 and 6 on our sister station, WMBD, will be live in Pontiac with Heartland Salutes. More on tomorrow's forecast on the Fox 5 Day coming your way in just a couple of minutes.
The IRS may be looking for you, but this time it's for a good reason. More than 5 million Americans have yet to claim their economic stimulus payments. The majority are low-income senior citizens and disabled veterans. Officials say these two demographics don't typically have to file a tax return, but this year is an exception. Residents who have not filed a tax return for 2007 have until October 15th to do so if they want to receive a check in the mail. After years of a bigger is better attitude on the road, more American drivers are downsizing their vehicles, but trading in your gas guzzler may not save you money in the long run. Fox consumer reporter Michelle Williams explains.
They sit and wait, taking up space, lots of space. They're the castaways of the car lot. At Fred Bean's of Limerick, the rows are packed with trucks and SUVs.
The deals are great right now.
Drivers are dumping their gas guzzlers in favor of the little guys. But before you trade in yours, crunch the numbers. You may save hundreds of dollars at the pump, but could lose thousands over the long haul. Here's an example. Say you trade in a GMC Yukon worth $13,000 for a brand new $21,000 Prius. The difference? $8,000. If you drive 1,200 miles a month and gas costs around $4 a gallon, you'll save $200 a month on gas. But even with that savings, it's going to take over 3 years to pay off what you lost on the Yukon.
The trade values really aren't there right now because of, people I think are panicking.
And that's not all. According to Insure.com, switching to a smaller car can increase your insurance bill. The site says the average monthly premium for a 2009 Honda Civic is about $475 higher than a Ford F-Series truck.
And the premium has actually increased.
Kevin Lober, a Philadelphia State Farm agent, has seen it happen too.
Someone in a Toyota Corolla, conversely, may sustain more serious injuries in an accident, especially if you pair it against a Cadillac Escalade in an accident. So you may find higher medical coverage.
But on the flip side, the liability coverage may be higher on a truck or SUV. Kevin says before you buy your next vehicle,
try to narrow down to maybe the top 3 selections of a vehicle that are their options, call your insurance agent. Don't set yourself up for a surprise. Check and get some actual number and data.
But if you've got to have a truck or SUV, you're going to find the lowest prices in history right now. The general manager at Fred Bean points out people that need big vehicles still need big vehicles. So if you need one for the kids or your stuff, now's the time to buy. GM, in fact, is offering 0% financing for 72 months. That deal is no longer good on cars, but it is good on trucks and SUVs. Just a sign of the times.
Now, if you want to crunch the numbers for your vehicle, there's a great resource online. It's a gas guzzler trade-in calculator. You can find it at Edmunds.com. When it comes to rebuilding Iraq, some U.S. senators say it's time for Americans to stop footing the bill. According to a new Government Accountability Office report, U.S. taxpayers are footing the bill for much of Iraq's reconstruction, despite the nation's growing oil revenue. The report shows Iraq is expected to have a budget surplus of more than $52 billion. Leading senators from both sides of the aisle now say Iraq is making enough profit off of oil to support itself. Senators say Americans should not be paying for foreign projects when they're already paying a $4 a gallon for gas. Still ahead, job hunting going green. It may give you the edge. We'll tell you why. Stay with us.
You're watching Fox 43 News at 9. This portion of Fox 43 News at 9 sponsored by Broman Healthcare.
At Broman Healthcare, we reach more hearts. From Bloomington to Eureka and Leroy to Pontiac. We touch more lives with state-of-the-art facilities and expert specialized care. We help you and your loved ones more than we can say. The heart knows no boundaries, neither do we.
With Sprint Mobile Broadband, use the internet on your terms. For a limited time, pick up a free mobile broadband card from Sprint. Wireless internet? Get it on the Now network. Visit your nearest Sprint store today.
We're very excited at Peoria Siding and Window. If you thought about making improvements to your home, we can save you a bundle during our truckload sale. If you thought about new siding for your home's exterior, take a look at our beautiful Cornerstone premium vinyl siding and contoured foam insulation. We can wrap your home in a blanket of thermal insulation and you'll never paint your home's exterior again. We can give you a brand new home at the same address. Listen to Kevin.
The first time I drove up to my house when it was completed, it looked like a totally different house than what I started with when I first moved in and before I got the siding job done, and it looked great. I've got several compliments on it from friends and neighbors.
Thanks, Kevin. Call us now at Peoria Siding and Window. Save 33% on your siding purchase. We can save you money on your new roof as well. 1-800-622-9517. Great financing with no money down and easy, affordable monthly payments. And a $25 Walmart gift card is yours with the in-home estimate. Stop by our beautiful new showroom on Route 24 in East Peoria, across from the main entrance to ICC. Call now.
You're watching WYZZ-TV. This is Fox 43 News at 9 with Meg Johnson.
Peoria Heights is taking action to keep the streets clean. The Village Board is giving the okay to a new street-side recycling program. The Heights is teaming up with Eagle Enterprises out of Galva to provide village members with recycling bins. Those bins will be emptied on a bi-weekly basis. Village officials hope the convenience of a street-side pickup will encourage residents to recycle.
Hundreds of thousands of tons of recyclables are taken to the landfill every day. And we're going to do our small part to stop that practice and make our village green.
The program doesn't kick off until September 8th, but next week the village will hold an informational meeting for the public. That takes place at the Village Hall on Thursday, August 14th at 7 p.m. Peoria County is laying down the law by going green. The courthouse, jail, and health departments are all getting green upgrades. The project costs more than $8 million. All of the new appliances are energy efficient and will save more than $8.5 million over 10 years. Some of the things that were replaced are the chiller, burner, and electrical upgrades. Peoria County's administrator says the upgrades will benefit taxpayers in the long run.
Use the taxpayers' dollar wisely. If we can save money on electricity, that means we can spend more money on programs and services.
Outside of the $8 million project, Peoria County also opted to upgrade its lighting system to save even more energy. Job hunters may get a boost over their competition by going green. The World Watch Institute, an environmental think tank, estimates close to 2.5 million people worldwide have green jobs, mostly in renewable energy sources like wind and solar power. The numbers projected a high demand for jobs in engineering, manufacturing, transportation, and even landscape design. In fact, politicians are touting the creation of green-collar jobs as a cure for a slumping economy.
The green jobs that are producing biofuels and wind and solar power are the jobs of the future. These are jobs that pay well and can't be outsourced.
If a worker loses a job, we must retrain them and prepare them for 21st century jobs.
Congress has already gotten a head start passing the Green Jobs Act. It earmarks $125 million a year to train people in a variety of green-collar careers. The downside, while our future may be green, experts say the job stability and pay is not up to par just yet. We could be in for some cooler temperatures this week. Chuck will tell us just how cool in the full Fox First forecast right after this.
This portion of Fox 43 News at 9, sponsored by First Midwest Securities. No matter how you're injured, ask your doctor for advanced rehab physical therapy and sports medicine. Our physical therapists use the latest equipment and techniques to help you on the road to recovery. At Advanced Rehab, our goal is simple: to make you better. Ask your doctor for Advanced Rehab today.
American, up to $1,000 off HD TVs. American, no interest for 2 years. American, up to $200 cash back on installation and delivery.
No one makes special purchases better than American. This huge 52-inch LG 1080p LCD, save $1,000, only $17.99, with no interest for 2 years and $200 cash back on installation and delivery. See our circular or AmericanTV.com.
More ways to save. That's American.
No problem. You're approved.
You're approved.
No problem. You're approved.
You're approved.
We have a problem. You're not approved. Nah, I'm just kidding.
You're approved.
Sam Lehman Auto Stop has the largest selection of like new cars, trucks, and vans in Central Illinois. The only thing better than our selection is our price. Sam Lehman Auto Stop, where we always say,
no problem, you're approved.
Fox 43, first for baseball.
The planet needs us. It's time to take environmental action. Each week, WMBD and WYZZ will air environmental stories that focus on green issues. We'll also recognize one person or group per month who's taking action for the environment. To nominate someone, log on to ciproud.com and click on Environmental Action.
At WMBD, we realize the time to take environmental action is now.
And here at Hare Nursery, green is what we do best. We're proud to be a sponsor of this worthwhile endeavor.
You're watching WYZZ-TV. Now, Fox 43 weather.
All right, a rude awakening from Mother Nature this morning. That is all gone, and now we're awaiting some cooler and drier air. It's slow to get here, but it will be getting here. Not drastically cooler, but a lot more comfortable than it has been. Now, highs around the area today, 86 in Peoria. That's a normal high as opposed to 94 and the oppressive heat and humidity yesterday. 83, the official high at the Central Illinois Regional Airport in Bloomington, normal today. So, yeah, we're looking good in the temperature department, although it's still muggy out there. We'll gradually improve improve that situation over the next several hours. Let's say 12 to maybe 18 hours or so. Temperatures overnight tonight where they weren't this morning. We were in the mid-70s for lows this morning before those thunderstorms came in. We'll be in the mid to upper 60s around the area, and then highs tomorrow, low to mid 80s, just about where we should be this time of the year. Air quality will improve as we get along into the latter part of the week especially, so we'll be in the good category at least tomorrow afternoon, and good air quality, good ozone levels the rest of the week and the weekend. Right now 78 in the Twin Cities, the heat index is 80, but notice the winds there starting to turn around to the northwest, indicative of cooler and drier air starting to filter in, slowly filter in. 80 right now in Peoria, and 84 is the heat index. Around the rest of the region, temperatures running 75 to about 80, so it's still a little bit warm and a little bit muggy out there. Remember, we talked yesterday about the dew points, the level of uncomfortableness in the air. 70 plus is uncomfortable. Past 80 is really uncomfortable. We're still in the uncomfortable category tonight, but we have cooler and drier air starting to filter in. Not a lot cooler. It's 82 in Minneapolis, 78 in Des Moines behind the front. You go in front of the front, so to speak. 93 in Tulsa, 94 right now in Dallas. The last wave of showers and storms exiting the region, so we'll see partly cloudy skies tonight. Here's the Midwest perspective as we get into a little bit of a northwest flow in the atmosphere, especially at the surface. That'll be coming later on tonight and tomorrow. Otherwise, here's our future rainfall forecast. Nothing happening. Dry conditions now through the end of the weekend. It looks like the weekend as well. We do have a weak cold front late in the week that will actually take our temperatures to about 80 on the high side for the weekend. So you notice we're going to scour things out, scour the atmosphere out, and lead to drier and cooler air. It takes a while to what we call transfer down to the surface, so that's the reason why it's muggy tonight and still warm, although the cold front is pushed through the area. It'll take a few hours before you start feeling that comfortable air in here, but once it gets here, you'll feel it, especially tomorrow midday. 63 to 69 low side tonight, partly cloudy skies, winds out of the north. Northwest winds tomorrow 84 to 88. It'll feel a lot better than it has, although it could be a little toasty out there. The temperature's not dropping a whole lot. And here's the rest of the Fox 5 day. And we'll check out 85 tomorrow. And once again, our sister station, WMBD 31 News, will be live at 5 and 6. Heartland salutes downtown Pontiac, so quite a road trip tomorrow. And then the mid-80s on Thursday and Friday. And then on the weekend, we mainly peg around 80 as the high for Saturday and Sunday. So some comfortable weather coming. It's just slow to get here.
Well, we will welcome it with open arms. All right, thanks, Chuck. Coming up, one member of the Peoria Chiefs hopes to join his brother in the big leagues. Kurt Pegler has sports when the News at 9 returns.
This portion of Fox 43 News at 9, sponsored by Heritage Bank.
At the beginning of your day, or in the middle of your day, even at the end of your day, you may not have time to think about your bank. But you do need your bank to be thinking about you. At Heritage Bank, every day we're designing solutions for your family, your business, your future.
Heritage Bank, believing in the American spirit.
Thanks to you, we're growing. We're in the middle of building a new distribution center behind our Peoria store to support our delivery crews in Peoria, Normal, and Peru. This new facility will allow us the space to make sure our products are in stock and delivered on time every time. Now, during construction, we're squeezed on space, so you'll find more closeout and clearance specials than usual as we try to keep inventory at an absolute minimum. Stop in today to check out the specials and please pardon our mess. Sherman's in Peoria, Normal, and Peru.
It's Toyota's National Clearance Event, the perfect time to get an amazing deal on a new Camry. With Toyota Camry's low cost of ownership, reputation for legendary quality and reliability, not to mention its remarkably fuel-efficient 31 miles per gallon highway rating. It's no wonder Camry has been the #1 selling car in America for 10 out of the last 11 years. Hurry in, the Toyota National Clearance Event ends soon.
Good morning. You're probably wondering why I called you here. We're getting new health insurance. No, it's a good thing. We're switching to Health Alliance.
Did you say Health Alliance?
Health Alliance. Outstanding service, fast claims, comprehensive benefit solutions, and online resources. It's health insurance so good, you'll celebrate.
You're watching WYZZ-TV. Now, Fox 43 Sports.
He's the Chiefs' DH, first baseman, and sometimes catcher, but what Luis Bautista really wants is to catch up with his brother in the big leagues. The argument can be made that since joining the Chiefs in the middle of May, Luis Bautista has been the team's most valuable player.
I've been swinging a lot of strikes lately, laying off some of those bad pitches. That really helped me a lot in the past few weeks.
It's no coincidence the Chiefs have gone from a mediocre team to a good team since Bautista's arrival. He's hitting .336 and belted 11 homers in his 64 games. 2 of those homers came in the same game at Wisconsin, when his mom came from the Dominican Republic to watch him in person.
The first time my mom sees me play live, professional, and my brother too, so it's just a great feeling, man, hitting 2 bombs for them, man, it's awesome.
Luis's older brother is Jose Bautista, a third baseman for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pirates lead it 5-4, a 2-out RBI base hit by Jose Bautista.
Luis's confidant, his idol, and his best friend.
We grew up in the Dominican, that's all they do down there. You know, we went to school, and then after school, we just went to the field every day, play, and play.
Luis talks to his brother almost on a nightly basis after just about every game. Someday soon he'd like to join him in the big leagues, but he says with a different twist to the story.
It's one of my goals, that me being able to either throw my brother out, somebody, third base or something, or you know, maybe strike him out when he's up to hit. Every time I go out, I'll go meet with him. I'm like, I'm going to strike you out one day. I'm going to laugh at you.
Bautista and the Chiefs are joined by Cubs pitcher John Lieber in their game against Burlington tonight. We'll have highlights for you in 1 hour on WMBD 31 Sports. With your first on Fox Sports, I'm Kurt Pegler.
And Chuck has a final look at the forecast right after this.
This portion of Fox 43 News at 9, sponsored by Menards.
Find quality products at low prices. Menards. When tackling big cleaning jobs, messes seem smaller with Libman. Right now, choose from a large angle broom or a Wonder Mop that's self-wringing. Your choice $3.99 after mail-in rebate. Brighten up your home with Sylvania. A 13-watt mini-twist compact fluorescent light uses 75% less energy. Only $198. Plus, there's 0 payments and no interest till spring with your Menards Big Card.
Save big money at Menards.
KFC, huh?
You want a drumstick? Help yourself. It tastes really good.
What is that?
Flavor.
You know, secret herbs and spices.
You sure? Yes.
KFC kicked it up a notch. Amazing. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. I like flavor.
The best of KFC and plenty of it. Right now, try a 7-piece meal for just $9.99. That's 7 pieces of your favorite KFC chicken, 1 large mashed potatoes with gravy, and 4 biscuits for just $9.99.
Why don't we do this more often?
KFC.
This portion of Fox 43 News at 9, sponsored by Window World.
Don't let a slick salesman talk you into paying more for your windows. Call the local experts at Window World, the original $189 window company. At Window World, we don't just stand behind our product, we can stand on it.
And as you can see, we don't sacrifice quality because we're a lower price company. So friends, give us a chance to show you why we are simply the best for less.
That's Window World. Simply the best. Simply the best for less.
Fox 43 and the Peoria Park District present the River City Soul Fest, August 8th and 9th. Find out more. Click Community Matters at ciproud.com.
How can you stay informed when severe weather approaches? Go to ciproud.com now and get your weather 24/7 with WMBD 31 Personal Alert. Sponsored by Security Fence Company.
You're watching Fox 43 News at 9.
Hopefully a sunny start for our Wednesday.
Boy, what a rough start to the day we had today. Winds 50 to 70 miles an hour in those thunderstorms this morning. Storms are all gone. Now cooler and drier air filtering in. 67 the wake-up call. We'll be in the mid-80s the next several afternoons, but noticeably.
All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.